So everything that I've been saying about Lucid for over a year now in the Discord is coming true. The only reason that it even hit an all-time spike of around $14, which means it went up a whole 5 points, was because all the amateur investors overhyped it on Reddit and TikTok, and they sold all these people who know nothing about investing on the idea that just because Lucid is an EV company and Tesla's an EV company, somehow they're going to be valued the same at some point in the future, without actually realizing that Tesla is not an automotive company. They are a software company, a hardware company, a robotics company, an insurance company, a solar company, an automotive company. They are also even an electric company over in Texas. Yes, that's right. They even have their own electric company. In no way, shape, or form will Lucid ever compete with Tesla anywhere on the same level. Neither will any other automotive manufacturer in the world. Lucid is its own beast. It's essentially an ETF without being an ETF. It is absolutely one of the most beautiful stocks for the future, and that's why I have the majority of my money in Tesla, which, by the way, is one of the rules that I broke. And I told everybody when I was breaking my biggest rule, and that was diversification. When Tesla dropped around 120, I knew it was going between 100 and 104. I even said it in the Discord, told everybody this was going to be the bottom, and you have to be absolutely nuts not to own at least 100 shares if you can afford it at that point. Get what you can between 100 and 104 of Tesla during the last dip. I broke my rule. I told everybody I was breaking my rule, and I was going all in on a stock, which is something I've never done, and it is exploding. We've already doubled our money. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, the problems I have with Lucid and why I never liked it to begin with was a lot. I mean, there's so many things on this list. I don't know if we have enough time, but I'll try to cover as many as I can in the short amount of time that we have. So right off the bat, there is no massive charging network. So if you want to travel with it, you're going to have to use things like ChargePoint, which take hours to charge. So right off the bat, it's just a horrible idea if you use your vehicle for traveling. Nothing, I mean nobody, can compete with Tesla's supercharging network. It is the largest supercharging network on the face of the earth. It even dominates ChargePoint. As a matter of fact, on top of that, it only takes me about 25 minutes to charge, from 20% to 90% in comparison to a ChargePoint charger over at Disney, which takes almost 7 hours to do the same amount of charging. It is absolutely ridiculous. Next up, you have the price issue. A Lucid Air cost more. Even as of last year, before the price drop, it cost more than a Model S Plaid. Who wants a lesser vehicle for more money? Makes no damn sense. Then on top of it, Tesla hit their price drops in order to hit the EV tax credits this year, and that absolutely annihilated Lucid. Lucid, right off the bat, is barely making any money off of their vehicles as it is. There's barely no profit, so there's no way that they can drop anything. So when that price reduction hit on Tesla, they saw a massive cancellation in their pre-orders of Lucid, which caused a lot of problems amongst Lucid, and that's why you're seeing their stock drop, because they don't have as much free cash to invest in their company. They've lost all this money and all their pre-orders, which leaves them with less money to reinvest in the company. This is not a company that's going to be as big as Tesla. I'm sorry, it's not. Neither is NIO. And all these companies that I said we're not going to make it, we're starting to see them be on the verge of bankruptcy. We even now have financial advisors and analysts who are now a year behind me saying the exact same thing. Now, a year later, they're saying, this is a very common thing. If you're in the Discord, you'll know the things I say. Analysts end up saying 6 months to a year later, you hear all this stuff from analysts, because that's how far they are behind everything that I post. But I've been doing this for a very long time. I don't heavily invest in things I'm not 100% certain on. So you have to keep these things in mind. So now they're talking about Lucid is on the verge of bankruptcy, and we may even see them become a real-life version of Titanic in the form of a stock. They're going to see it tank completely and die out. And I've been saying this again for over a year. The car, overall, I have test-driven one. It is not horrible. I am not saying it is that of like an EV Lightning or a Kia or a Honda EV by any means, but compared to a vehicle such as the Model S Plaid that does a shit ton more for a lesser price, it's crap. It is garbage in compared to the Plaid. I'm sorry, it is. And then if you want an even better comparison, you can compare it to the Tesla Roadster that's about to come out. That seats 4 people, goes 0 to 60 in less than 1 second, over 250 miles per hour, and gets over 600 miles per charge for the exact same price as the freaking Lucid Sapphire. Why would you want to pay the same amount for a lesser vehicle? The Tesla Roadster will be the fastest production vehicle ever made in the entire world, but you can get it at the exact same price as a Lucid Sapphire. It makes no sense. And before you go down to the comment section saying that the Roadster isn't even out yet, well, guess what? Neither is the Lucid Sapphire. That's not out yet either. Lucid makes no sense, and this is why they don't have much free cash, and this is why their company is in serious trouble right now. And don't forget, their company stock only sits around $8 when it was at its all-time high, I think between $12 and $16. It went through a whole 6-point spike, and again, that was only because the amateur investors over on Reddit and TikTok gave a whole bunch of other amateurs who were heeding their advice and taking their advice for some odd, stupid reason and invested in this company because they didn't know what they were doing. And let's be real. Tesla is the future. You can't compete with Tesla. This is why Biden had to take credit for Tesla's supercharging network, because they had to pay Elon Musk recently to open up the U.S. supercharging network to other automotive manufacturers. Otherwise, no other automotive manufacturer would be able to compete in this market against Tesla, because they own the industry. They are 10 years ahead of everybody else, and anybody who says otherwise does not own a Tesla, and they just hate Tesla or Elon Musk just for the sake of hating it. Now, if you want to get all this information early, or if you want to know what to invest in and when to invest, you might want to join up over at dailyinvestorx.com, because we are doing nothing over there but making money hand over fist. This month, we're up over 800% alone in day trades. Last month, we made over 1,500% in day trades alone. And we're not even going to get into the long-term investments that I put out, such as Tesla. Tesla alone, I gave, again, the last bottom I predicted between 100 104. I told everybody we're going to hit between 200 to 250 plus by this summer. We've already hit that. I've been giving call options out that have been making a ton of money. We are doing, again, nothing but making money hand over fist, baby. If you want to learn how to make money in this market, you might want to join up over at dailyinvestorx.com, because that's all we do.